See, I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I knew I was gonna. I knew that I was gonna mess up something. So let me hear what the audio is real quick. Every time. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I knew I was gonna. I knew that I was gonna mess up something. So let me hear what the audio is real quick. Test test. 1 2 1 2. Every time. I caught it. I caught it. I caught it. I knew I was gonna. I knew that I was gonna mess up something. Let me hear what the audio is real quick. Test test. 1 2 1 2. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna mute that. Okay. So anyways, so it's not gonna be a long stream. I wanted to be a little bit like about like 15 minutes or whatever because I do want to relax a little bit. I just got home from work maybe 2 hours ago. And I just want to relax. I've been really craving some Unturned gameplay, some game time on Unturned for some reason. I don't know. I just like Unturned. I just been wanting more people to play, but I'm definitely going to have like a separate. I'm gonna make a video soon, and it's gonna be freeze not free, or I'm gonna word it better. But anyways, that's not what this stream is about. It's about Marvel theories and movie ideas. So this one is only gonna talk about 4 characters, I believe. So Marvel theories and movie ideas for certain characters. So the Marvel ideas. Okay, so the first one is I didn't really have my layout of what I was going to talk about for some reason, but how I see this is I'm going to talk about Deadpool and Vanessa from the movies, the actual 20th Century Fox movies with Deadpool 1 and 2, right? Oh, wrong one. That's Magneto. No, that's the other one. Okay, so we got... No. I messed it up too. Okay, so we have Deadpool movie with Vanessa. So they've been wanting to introduce death time to time, and then how to link reference some Thanos and Deadpool controversy between each other, and Vanessa, I believe in this movie, this not franchise, but this universe is death. They don't really dabble on it. Actually, they do dabble on it in the first movie. Deadpool doesn't develop any symptoms of cancer or anything until he gets with Vanessa. Vanessa, and then like his health starts to decline when he's with her. I'm not saying because she's a woman or whatnot. I'm just saying it's just her ability because like in The Last Stand, there's a kid, a mutant that if you got too close to him, you get cured, right? But they I'm losing track of what I was gonna say. What am I doing? Just need to relax. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so he starts developing cancer and all that, and then and I believe that was a reference a little bit, and then the second movie that really like pulled me into this theory. And what this theory is on the second movie is that when she dies, spoiler alert if you haven't seen Deadpool 2. Deadpool is trying to kill himself because he's miserable because Vanessa's dead. He wasn't successful to protect her, so he's just trying to end himself. He ends himself not successfully or temporarily successfully, and he's into the afterworld. And Vanessa there's a visible wall dividing them, and she is the only one that is there to see him and to talk to him. And the thing is, yes, this might be in his mind or whatnot, but multiple things. She even knows in the real world what's going on. She knows who when it's his time to be there and not to be there. And it's like, how does she know, huh? And then I would like to see if they reference, like, if they bring back Thanos for a little bit, just a little backstory or a little spoof of it or a little teaser Easter egg about it. And what it is Thanos is actually not from the cinematic way character, but more of the comic book. He's more wanting to clear the half of the universe or do whatever to snap his fingers on multiple reasonings, and one of them is for death. He actually kind of does what Ego does from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 with the villain. He gets with a lot of women across the universe. That's kind of what Thanos did, but more of a psychopathic way, or sociopathic way. And what he did was he would love this woman and would kill that woman and he would see death, and no one else was seeing. It's not like literally, oh, I'm seeing death right now. I'm just like death, or whatever, representing it. And he's like, why won't you love me? To the dead body. I watched a PKA podcast about it, and they thought it was pretty funny about it. It's like, why won't you love me? And that was pretty fun. But then Deadpool is the only one that's successful to get with, like, he's a ladies' man. Of course he's going to get with the ladies. And then he gets with Lady Death gets with Deadpool or whatnot for a little bit. And Thanos is very jealous because he's lived thousands of years and he's trying to impress her but never succeeds. So he curses Deadpool to never interact with her again. So I think that's a good theory. If you do agree or disagree, leave it in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion. And then now we're going to let them go. Bye. And then we're gonna bring in the bad boy Magneto, my man, my favorite character. But by watching essays, I realized like the only time that I really enjoyed Magneto was the second movie. The X2 or whatever they have it titled, because it's like X-Men 2 United, X2, X-Men 2 United 2, and X2 United or whatever. It's just a weird way that they worded it. And then First Class, Days of Future Past, and a lot of people don't like. I knew it was a lot of studio interference with the last movie that they had, and if they ever if they ever bring Magneto into the MCU, please, the love of God, please bring back the actor that played him, the X-Men. Some of them are like meant to be these characters, James McAvoy and I forgot his name, but they are really good actors. If not, that's totally fine. But Magneto, what I'm talking about is the backstory without the X-Men, right? There's no X-Men, it's just him. And then all of a sudden, in the Holocaust, he is the only one that he finally discovers that there's more mutants in the world, and he is there to protect them. Because fear is the factor. There's not really... I mean, there is a villain in this. It's the ideology of himself, of fear, and also the government of all the countries and whatnot, because they're just in fear of a race, or not a race, but a certain type of people that have abilities that are superior than the people that don't have powers, like us. Like, we don't have powers. And so he already has experience of history of this, so he has a lot of fear in this. And if there's any cool fight scenes, definitely kind of like what they did in Dark Fate. I loved how Dark Fate fight scene was, but the first time I watched Dark Fate was, I liked it. It was nice to watch, but after a while, it started to kind of decline really fast. I'm like, okay, I see why people hated this movie, and so disappointed. The one number, and I know I'm getting off topic, but the number one thing that a lot of people are like, why another Dark Fate, a Dark Phoenix movie? They already did it in the third installment of the original X-Men. You know that it was a box office failure. why not try it again? But then also you also have the studio interference too. Disney was really interfering it to make it look bad, so they just clean the slate. What they should have done is let the director have full control, and then because he had an interview a while back and he was asked about it, and he was saying that it was supposed to be kind of like a ending like of Civil War type ending, but Disney's like, no, you can't copy us, even though if you steal from your own company, it's not really copyright or plagiarism, right? But yeah, I liked it to an extent. I just like the characters. I always grew up on them for a very long time, and then for the PTS stuff, or not PTS, PTSD side of it, I would really think Charles Xavier and Dark Phoenix would have had more of a PTSD. They would have gone more deep into it because they kind of referenced what happened in the past, whatever Days of Future Past type scenario. But and then all of a sudden he's just a drinker, and then he's just selfish and whatnot, and then he just wants to show the world what the X-Men are. I'm like, oh, this is not Charles Xavier. He's the smartest man in the world, most powerfulest mind in the world. My mistake. Beside with Emma Frost, but the thing is, I don't know. It's just so aggravating of what they did to Charles in this last movie. He's a great actor, great character, and everything. I mean, a lot of times in the movies, he's kind of sidelined in the movies because they knew that how powerful he was, because he could just froze everyone's minds and then whatnot. So they wanted to, like, yeah, here's a character in the movie, but they sidelined him because they knew how powerful. And then they had the PTSD. I would have loved it a little bit more because of the fight scene, not the fight scene, but the argument scene at the table with him and Hank talking about it because of, or what about when Raven died. But then he's just so fearful about what might happen because they're right on the edge of another apocalypse, not apocalypse, but the Days of Future Past scenario, because he's trying to keep everyone away from that, and then yet his fear leads him back into it. So it's kind of showing that's an inevitable in certain scenarios. But I loved how they did with Logan with Charles, because of all the mental illnesses catching up in life and whatnot, and it was really heartbreaking to see your character, a beloved character like that, because I mean that hits home, because I have some relatives that had to go through that. But how they interpreted it and then used it for this ability or this character was perfect. And then the last one is, I mentioned this in our podcast stream, last episode 11, and it was Happy Hogan. Happy Hogan, I think, would have been like how their scenario was, or their planning was, if he was the Ben Parker for Peter Parker. That would have been awesome. He would just been under eyewitness protection. That's why his name was Happy Hogan, or just Happy the whole entire time. People are trying to figure out who he is. I mean, there's definitely characters that wouldn't have instantly knew, because you got Tony Stark, smartest man in the world. Nick Fury, he knows everything. He can get anything, intel, whatnot. And then Black Widow, of course, as well, and a lot of other characters. But still, eyewitness protection, they would have known, so they would do the right thing. And then he would introduce himself to Peter. Like, he never really, like the first Homecoming or Civil War and whatnot, he would have never like interacted with him, because he knew that he would have to wait for the right time. And if the No Way Home's ending, he would still, like, he would forget who Peter Parker was, or Spider-Man / Peter Parker, right? But still, he would have known it was Peter, because he was at Aunt May's grave, and he would say, yeah, she died, and he's like, I'm here to talk about something. And then, but not on her grave, but still, like, hey, let's take a walk, instead of, hey, I'm your uncle, right above her grave. I mean, I loved how they ended it with it. I can't wait to see where they take it. There's a lot of theories that I've been seeing a lot. There's countless of videos talking about it, but if it was ever like a character that I would love to like have control over of a movie, would definitely be Magneto, but in the Holocaust scenario type of an ideology, because the only movies that I would try to do would be like, I wouldn't say the next Joker or the next Dark Knight, but still putting your characters that everyone knows, but in a real life situation. Because if you're putting in a goofy ass one like a Last Stand and whatnot, of let's just get the Golden Gate Bridge and hover and use it for transportation to a lab site on an island, and all of a sudden does a 180 and everything, and I don't know, they did pretty well on majority of them. I used to be very, very well known to know the timeline of the X-Men. It was just all over the place. Deadpool 2 really fixed it all. It needed to. But before Deadpool 2, I really liked how the timelines were, because you had basically 3 lines that were coexisting with each other. But it's like, you have your first 3 movies, and you have First Class, and then Days of Future Past, in which Wolverine and Days of Future Past would eliminate your original ones, but yet your Logan movie is referencing from the first movie because of the Statue of Liberty and so much more. It's so much more on here. Yeah, I would have to make a graph. There's graphs online that will show you. You just have to look. I'll look up it right now. X-Men timeline graph. Yeah. Yeah, you have your first class. Apparently, it's the First Class, and there's 2. Oh, sorry. There's 2. So Days of Future Past like connects them all together, because your first timeline is X-Men First Class, Origins, X-Men X2, X-Men Last Stand, Wolverine, and then you have your Days of Future Past that connects the second timeline, which you have Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, New Mutants. That's the only X-Men movie that I haven't seen. What I was so disappointed in was hearing about New Mutants, because of their what is it called? Their back. They had to reshoot. They had to decline and whatnot. Best Avenger. I was thinking about that. They actually had a video that I was watching. I liked how they did Captain America for this generation, but I don't think they should recast him or ever bring him back, because it's just a super soldier with a metal frisbee. There's so many other awesome characters in there. The Best Avenger, I don't know, it's just hard to say, because Thor's great, but the best one that I would probably say would be Spider-Man. He was supposed to be in the first Avengers in 2012, but all the debacle with Sony, with Andrew Garfield and whatnot, they were in the talks with Andrew Garfield. It's just rumor still that he would have been in the Avengers and whatnot. But I like how it is. But if they do bring back Andrew Garfield, which they're most highly likely going to, I really hope they don't. I mean, it would be a good idea to bring like him wearing the Venom suit, but still, the thing is, we already had it before from Spider-Man 3, from Tobey Maguire's one in 2008. We don't need another one, because I know, sales. They all care about is money. But right now, they are on a good streak of a good storytelling perspective. It's just they're always wanting to do money, because they had a huge backlash from Spider-Man 3, and then they did it again in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I'm like, why can't they ever like Sony, it's like, why can't you ever think of it? They had, I don't know, Hawkeye. I mean, he's a cool character on paper, but live action, great actor though. I like the actor that they put him in, but still, I don't know, him with a bow versus aliens and whatnot. Just throw him an AK or M4 or something to actually compete. Then I'm just gonna shoot some arrows at some people. Yeah, good shot. Like, yeah, yes and no. Worst Avenger. I'm gonna ask myself a question real quick. Worst Avenger. No hesitation. It is freaking Captain Marvel. I don't like her. Don't like her as the actress that plays the person. No one likes her. I think Marvel really kicked themselves in the ass for casting her, because she's just god awful. There's some movies that are like, yeah, she's okay in, but she thinks that she's all that, but then yet she's not. And also she's like, it's funny because I've been watching a lot of Twitch videos about this guy reviewing about like the rules of Twitch. It's like, oh, here's a Twitch thought. She can break all the rules and get away with it and get a slap on the wrist, but when a guy is literally not doing anything and gets permabanned for literally nothing, and then they're like, please help me, I did not do anything, and they're like, oh, well, think about it. But yeah, but going back to the Brie Larson, she I hate how if it's not like a legitimate reasoning when they get a medal, or not a medal but an award, they want to get their time in, so they always talk about, oh, let's put our opinion out there, let's put our political views out there. Well, she is one that's like, if this movie's not for men, this is for women, and don't go, whatever, we don't need you. And then all of a sudden it's like the lowest review, or lowest not lowest, but it hit hard in the viewership of it. And it didn't really hit hard in the box office, so they're really they're really struggling on deciding whether if they're going to do a sequel or a trilogy with her. They'll just put her in the Avengers movies, basically. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of her. I'm not yes, I tried to go to every Marvel movie in theater, but I just wasn't able to. The worst one that I have seen so far from Marvel Studios, I mean, the de-aging in Captain Marvel is good for certain characters. It's just, I hated the arc of how Nick Fury lost his eye. That was stupid. That was Disney-fied. And then they had, what is it called? I mean, there's some good jokes in there. There's a good Stan Lee cameo in there. That's about it. But it's way higher than the Eternals movie. Sarah and I didn't even finish it. It was just so awfully boring. And I'll make a video or this video maintenance or video repair series, and I would love to try to watch it all the way through for Eternals, but I'm definitely going, and this is off topic of Marvel real quick, in Gunpowder Milkshake. That had this actress, it's kind of related to Marvel because the actress is from Marvel. She's Nebula from Guardians of the Galaxy. It has amazing potential, but yet it was written well, not written well. It was put on paper very well. I could see the cinematography, the lighting, everything held up except the story, the pacing, the fight scenes. All the women that were fighting in there were giving their all. You could tell that it looks like they're landing punches, but yet here we have other people that are trying to hug, and when they're trying to punch them, they're waiting for it. It's kind of like a Last Jedi fight scene at the end when they're all in the forgot his name, Supreme Leader Snoke's room, and they're all fighting, and then it looks like some of them are just waiting for their time to swing instead of all of them like coordinated, and looks like a fight scene like from the prequels. It's just like, oh, what's my time? Oh, it's my time. Oh, let's go. I don't know. It was bad. But getting back onto Marvel, yeah, that was kind of like a little review or a little theory thing going on. I'm going to play some Unturned a little bit, but I had a great time doing this. If you like this first, like, it's really rough. I think this is the roughest stream that I have, like, done, because I don't even know how 20 minutes, not bad, 30 minutes. It was bad, man. It was, I don't know. It was something else, man. I like how it went. It's just, I don't know. I didn't have enough time. I did this last second, so it's kind of rushed, not coordinated, it didn't really flow well, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun. What I'm gonna do next is probably gonna be for another kind of series or another episode of this. I'm gonna think of it's probably gonna be the theories and ideas series probably on this this YouTube channel. And the next one is probably going to be talking about the Apex. It's going to be more about Apex and whatnot. I'll probably play some Apex for a little bit and talk to Chris and them. But I really want to play Unturned. I want some friends, please. I need some friends. If you have Unturned on Steam, please head this way and we can play. I really want to play Unturned. It's fun. If you guys want to play Rust instead, I would definitely be down on that, because it's not really fun when you can't play with anyone. Splitgate, I'm actually going to make a video about Splitgate, and it's going to be in Halo Infinite combined. It's going to be like the Halo that we deserve, and it's I don't even know what the player base is in Halo real quick. I know I'm getting off subject again. I know. Halo Infinite player count. Halo Infinite player count surpasses 20 million, making it the biggest Halo launch in history. I don't care about what the launch date was. I want to know how many people are playing right now. Okay, Steam charts. Okay. So November 21st, that was that was a lot of people, right? That was like 256. Like, we're talking about Steam right now. And then now let's go to February 22nd to January 22nd. Let's go to here. We're like there's a huge drop. Halo Infinite, January 31st, 6,000 people consecutively playing. And then at the beginning it was like, I don't remember. Yes. Let's do that. And I'll do this. Okay, so like 185,000, or the highest peak was 256,000, and that was November 16th. And then playing 2 minutes ago, 24,000 people. 24-hour peak, 25,000. All-time peak, 256,000. Wow. They literally, like, about 130,000 people don't play it anymore on Steam anymore. That is bad. That is really bad. I just made a little video that I will release a little bit later down the week, and it's reading the reviews of Battlefield 2042 comments on here of the reviews. I want to do some Halo Infinite review real quick. Halo Infinite. Boop. Mostly positive. I don't know. That let's go to negative 28,000. Positive 99. Okay, 6 years. 6 years. Is this what you spent 6 years making? The cooperation between music and the game is too abrupt. The game plot is not connected. The repetition of the game scene is too high. The game light and shadow still cannot reach the first class level, and the multiplayer game is still incomplete. What the hell did you do in the 6 years? Have their thumbs stuck up their ass. Hackers Infinite, and then he goes all in Russian right there. If it wasn't the other game releases in holiday 2021 flopping, the game wouldn't have had a chance. The honeymoon phase is sure to be over soon. People will realize the lack of content and the lack of substance of the character or multiplayer has to offer. Will they realize that the new engine was all for nothing? 6 years of development for a half-baked video game, no forge and no co-op day one. You're basically playing an early access title without the tag. Was the engine upgrade made for just an open world with one biome? Yeah, I know. I realize one that I can't hop back in and play after beating it once. I gloried open world with no mission. I thought that was a great thing. There's more of it. I gloried open world with no mission, select, no weather effects, day one, but seems all of these features are coming soon to an like, if all this stuff is coming soon, I know I'm way off topic now. Let me see if I know I'm way off topic. I'm from Marvels all the way to, like I mentioned about Star Wars, but now I'm all the way to Halo Infinite. But yeah, if all this shit is coming soon, then yeah, you should release this long ago, like later down the road. I'll come back to this stream and I'll like highlight the certain stuff that I will make a video about, because this is a key point that I'll do in the Halo and the Splitgate movie or video that I'll make. And yeah, if all this stuff that is coming soon, but yet you can only play Big Team Battle and a few other game modes, and then yet you have to pay for everything else, then what the hell? They're saying it's still a beta, by the way. If you go on their game, it still is called a beta, even though their store, their item shop or whatnot, they call it now, is fully accessible, fully like in the works and all that. There's not really any problems with it. That is not a beta. They're just trying to sell you shit to it. Because if you want a helmet, say you have a Spartan with a helmet that looks like Magneto's, $20 there. You want the gloves? Oh, $5 right there. Like, you have to spend more money on it. Yes, I know. Free doesn't come free. But still, I would rather buy it for $60. And the thing is, I mentioned about 2077 just a little bit ago. Where's the outrage from that? Where's the people that outraged about Cyberpunk, Anthem, something else? Because here you have AAA titled game developers or game companies, because you have 343 Industries, EA, Bungie, and something else, because Battlefield 2042 literally came out in October or November, and they're on a sale right now for $20 or $30 on Steam. I'm not going to get it. I know that the price is going to go down way, way quicker than that, because it's going to be the same price as Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 for the same price, basically, in a year span. I can wait. I don't have to play it at the beginning. I know that maybe the player base or the player count's going to drop, but I'm not going to spend $60 for a broken-ass game. There's no way. That's why I kind of stopped playing Call of Duty. I know that, like, yeah, I would like to see how it is, but I'm not going to spend $60. If you go on Steam, and hopefully Activision, if you hear this, probably never likely, if you go on any website, any engine that sells games, if you like type in, let's say, Black Ops 2, right? So Black Ops 3 right now is $19.79. Black Ops 2, $19.79. But let's go to the Microsoft store. Microsoft store, and then let's go to GameStop. Okay, GameStop. Let's go and type in Black Ops 2. that. $40, $30, 15 for the Revolution Pack DLC. $20 on the Wii U. DLCs, $15. A skin, $2. Everything's just like $30, $30 to $40. Let's go to Microsoft Store. Boop. And nope. Let's search Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And let's see. Black Ops 2, Xbox, and let's see how much they're selling on $50. $50 still on Xbox. Because Activision is such a greedy company. And Activision, that's the last one I was talking about. Activision, so EA, Activision, Infinity War, or not, 343 Industries, Ubisoft, all these big ass games. Like, this is a trend now. This is about 5 years now, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. What people need to do is go on strike on it. It's like, don't buy it, don't pre-order, don't do this. Make them wake up saying, oh, hey, whoa, we need to stop just releasing a game that looks like Roblox, but Roblox can play better than the game that they're giving out. It's like, I don't know. I got off way topic once again. But yeah, this is crazy, guys. I don't know. I hope you guys liked it. I will talk about more about, like, give me some topics to talk about. If you want to join the Discord, we have it in the link. All you have to do is make an account, select it. We have an Airsoft feed on there that I've been updating periodically. I've been like keeping up to date, trying to update the server, update everyone on certain things, and just keep up everyone up to date to see if there's events. We have had a voting a poll that we posted a little while ago, and our next event is going to be Crab Game. I'm looking forward to it, and then I want to try to get up to at least League of Legends type. I think that would be cool. For Honor, Unturned, those would be pretty cool. The one thing that I've been really, really wanting to do is an Apex server, but you have to have 60 people, and I'm barely getting like 5. But so the Apex one, that will be later down the road. I will definitely make an Apex video or stream about, because I do want to talk about the cross progression. Hopefully we get it in season 12, and I'll be definitely getting more. I'll be definitely promoting it and playing it more and streaming it more. So, because I really enjoyed it. So everyone, I hope you all had a good day. So have a good day. I'm gonna play Unturned and probably Apex and go to bed. I'm tired. And I will make another stream later tonight or sometime this week, and I'll talk about work. So yeah, have a good one, guys. And boop.